What's up, everybody? My name is Tech, and I own the #1 pre-owned men's clothing business on eBay. And if it's your first time to the channel, go back and check out the first video that I ever put up. It goes through all of the processes inside of my business, so you can learn how to do this as well. Most of my inventory comes from the flea market, garage sales, thrift stores. Everything is pre-owned, and I sell everything on eBay. I'm at the warehouse now packing, and I have a really cool one to show you today. I sold a sweater for almost $1,200 to Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's bought from us a couple of times in the past. He's a big collector of vintage, and we've also sold to people like Travis Barker, Kanye West, John Mayer, James Jebbia from Stussy and Supreme, the Ralph Lauren archives, the Tommy Hilfiger archives, a bunch of famous designers and fashion houses, tons of movie studios, and a few TV shows too. Keep an eye on your labels when you're printing, because you'll never know who's on eBay shopping. If you've ever sold to a celebrity, post it below. There's so many people buying weird, wacky, collectible things, and the only place to find those is on eBay. So let's go check it out. Let's go take a look at what Travis Kelce spent over $1,000 on. And stay tuned towards the end of the video, and I'm going to show you everything that I know about this particular item and this particular line, so that if you're at the flea market, you can go out there and you can find it yourself, and then maybe you could sell it for $1,000. Here we have the order, and you can see that it is in the Authenticity Guaranteed program. So what we do is we open it up into a new tab. We're going to check out all the photos. We're going to look at the tag. We're going to go ahead and find the item. So this particular item is sold through Authenticity Guaranteed, which is a new program on eBay. They have it for other categories like watches, shoes, sports cards, but now they're moving into vintage and into streetwear. So if it's over a certain dollar amount, you have to send it into a third party to authenticate it, and this one's going to go to the third party. So here's the item. Vintage Michael Jordan sweater. And this is the tag. And we'll go over more about this later. So there's a couple things to pay attention to on this one. Again, it is going to the authenticator, so we're not sending it directly to Travis Kelce. Also, any order above $750, you have to get signature confirmation. That's per the eBay rules. So that way, if any sort of case opens for item not received, if they've signed for it, you would be covered. If they did not sign for it and it's over $750, eBay will not offer you seller protection, and you would lose the case, lose the item, and lose the money. So we're going to put signature confirmation on this. We're also going to put insurance on it. So that way we're fully covered with everything. We'll send it out to the authenticator. They'll authenticate it. They'll send it out to Travis Kelce, and hopefully we could see him wear it in the next couple of days. So let's get it packed up. I'm going to fold it nicely. We're also going to put this one into a box. A little added layer of extra protection. I'm going to seal it up. Print the label. So we've got our signature confirmation, we have our insurance, and we're going to send this one out to the authenticator. I pulled out some of the Jordan pieces that are really good that I still have left, and we're going to go over a couple of them. This varsity jacket, super cool, easily worth over $1,000. Here's the same one front side. Got the patch. Got another one. This parka jacket is pretty cool. It's got the hood. Nice Jordan hoodie, old one. This is a highly sought after sweater. And this Jordan varsity jacket is probably my favorite. Cool one. So we're going to go over a little bit of a deep dive, so that way when you're at the thrift, you guys know what indicators to look at and you guys don't pass this stuff up, because we have right here easily probably $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff. And this is stuff when we see it at the thrift, we got to go out and we got to go get it. All right, so let's jump into a deep dive of Jordan brand. So that way, when we're at the thrift, the flea market, garage sales, we aren't going to pass up on these items that are going to end up making us a tremendous amount of profit. So this is the exact sweater that Travis Kelce bought from me. So if anyone sees him out and about wearing it, please shoot me a picture on Instagram. Greatly appreciated. And what we're looking for is loud, vibrant, bold, large graphics, all over print, statement pieces, and that's going to result in the most amount of profit and the highest sales price. So here we have very beautiful colors, large graphics. Here's the back of it again, very large graphic. And here's the tag. And what we're going to notice during the deep dive is the original Jordan stuff started out on Nike tags, and then they moved to this tag afterwards that showed the Nike logo as well as the Jumpman. And then they just went to the Jumpman logo that we see today on paper tags or printed tags when we're out at the thrift. So whenever I do a deep dive, I always like to sort highest to lowest, and you can search any term you want, any brand you want, any niche or genre you want. And at first you have to kind of get rid of some of these things and filter them out, because some people, whether it's due to lack of education or a pricing error, they price their items ridiculously too high. But as you scroll through, you're going to start to see different kinds of themes. And as you start to see different kinds of themes, then you want to open up a new tab and go down different rabbit holes and then discover new things inside of that. So down here, we have these Nike sweaters, and the keyword for here is sharks. As you can see, it has the jaws and the eyes. So this isn't Jordan per se. They're kind of keyword spamming, but this would be a good rabbit hole to go down. Vintage Nike sweater, sharks as the keyword, and you'll see a bunch of these that sell for a tremendous amount of money. Very hard to find, but if you do find it, it's going to sell great. Here's somebody else selling the sweater that I sold to Travis Kelce. A little bit of bleeding here, a little bit of a high price, but maybe somebody will come along and buy it. Here's a Jordan all over print shirt. This is more present day, early 2000s. And the keyword that we're looking for here is playground. This would be a keyword that we would search into eBay and then see if that's something that when we're out at the thrift, we can kind of connect the dots and say, hey, wait, I remember researching this and this sold for a lot of money. Here's a couple of the jackets that I showed you guys earlier. I used to have 5 of these jackets. I've sold 2 of them. I sold one for $12.50 and one for either $10.50 or $11.50. But what we want to do is we want to scroll through and try to develop some patterns and, see some things and then open up new tabs and kind of research them. So the first thing that we're going to look at here is this vintage Nike Air Jordan tracksuit. And we're going to look at the tag. And here we have a gray Nike tag, which, like I said previous, the early Jordan stuff was on Nike tags because Jordan didn't have his own line, his own brand straight from the beginning. And if you go to the Google machine, you could type in all Nike tags. And a lot of people have made all of these collages and they tell you what time frame or what era these tags are. And you could research the tags for every single brand. Gildan, Hanes, Fruit of the Loom, Nike. So that way, when you see a tag, you go, okay, this gray tag is from 87 to 94. So it's late 80s, early 90s. And then what else you want to look at when you're looking at these things is any other indication that you could research. So down here, we have this logo. So this logo is called the Wings logo. And the Wings logo was made popular on the first Jordan 1 right here, his first signature shoe. And then this is the Wings logo right here. So that's something that we could look at in a minute. The reason why this is very sought after is because Jordan has a lot of iconic photographs in these pants and in the tracksuit. So this is the same pair of pants here. And someone has the complete jumpsuit in the same pattern. And then we can see the tag right here, a blue tag. So we can go back and we can look at all of our tags and we can say, okay, this is from 84 to 87 before they went into the gray tag. So going back to the Wings logo, we can go on eBay and we can put vintage Jordan Wings and we can scroll through, and these prices are a little bit high, but this one here is an original Nike Jordan shirt with the Wings logo, not a remake. And we know that because it has this tag on it, this blue tag, and it's also made in USA, which is another indicator of something that could be old, because we all know most items now are made overseas. So this here, the silhouette from the Jordan 1 is a very sought after logo. And when we combine it with the blue tag from, the mid 80s, we know that this is an original. Again, when we looked at the Jordan Playground series, this is one of the shirts here, and I had the entire collection. And I sold these shirts anywhere from $500 all the way up to $1,500. And this is a rabbit hole that you can go down. So we would go onto eBay and we would put Jordan Playground shirt. And there's tons of them out here for a lot of money. They're all over print. They're bold. They're loud. And these do sell. These actually sell. So this was a line that they had in the early 2000s, and they made a bunch of shirts just like this. And we can match up the tags to the tags that they made during that time, and we can line them up time-wise. But these shirts sell great, and the keyword for these is playground. So if you come to eBay and you search Jordan Playground shirt, you'll see many examples. The next thing that you could do is you can go on Google Images and you can type in vintage Michael Jordan pictures. And there's a lot of iconic things in here. So here he is wearing the same pants. He has the shoes slumped over his shoulders. Here he is from the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. This is the Olympics from the Dream Team. Here he is wearing the tracksuit that we just looked at. And here he is wearing the Wings logo that we just showed previously. He's wearing the track pants that we also showed. Here's the Wings logo on the Jordan 1, but this shoes hanging over the shoulder is, again, an iconic picture that translated into an iconic shirt. And if you search Nike over the shoulder shirt, there's a lot of examples of this exact shirt that sell for a bunch of money. So this shirt here, the tag that you're going to see is you're going to see a blue Nike tag that's made in Japan. So here it is right here, blue Nike tag made in Japan. And if you go to Google and put vintage Nike tag Japan, there's a lot of examples of vintage Nike tags made in Japan that we can also research further. After that, we can go back to eBay and put vintage Nike shirt Japan. And what we're looking for here is Nike shirts that were made in Japan. So you see how we're kind of going down these different tangents and different rabbit holes. And here is a geisha shirt. This is one of the holy grails for Nike. And this one's going to be on a pinwheel tag. We have this hiker shirt that has the blue made in Japan tag. And there's a bunch more shirts that we have here. The Wings crew neck, again, made in Japan. And if you opened up all of these, it would be the blue tag made in Japan. Again, with the Wings logo, the over the shoulder, very old 80s Nike shirt, again, on the blue made in Japan tag. Next up, the picture that we just looked at, this all over print, crazy print, 1992 Barcelona Olympics Jordan outfit. You come onto eBay. Again, the keyword is Barcelona Olympics. This shirt sold for $400. I've had this shirt a time or two. I've also had the baseball jersey, the shorts. So we can come over here and we can type in Jordan Barcelona. Again, we have the shirt. We've got the pants for $300. Another shirt, $275, $250. Here's one that's similar for the Aqua 8s, $175. Here's another pair of shorts. And then we can also search Jordan all over print. And here's the baseball style jersey one. And all over print is very hot, very popular right now. And even though this isn't a Nike shirt, we can click on it and we can see the tag. And this is going to be Magic Johnson shirts. And here it is right here, Magic Johnson tees. And that's another rabbit hole we can go down. Vintage Magic Johnson tees. And we can look through all of these crazy all over print shirt from Magic Johnson tees. We can click on them and we can look at the tags, click on it, look at the tag, familiarize ourselves with it, familiarize ourselves with the indicators. And these all over print Magic Johnson shirts, again, sell great, which this is a tangent that we discovered from looking at Jordan shirts, from looking at Nike shirts, and looking at all over print shirts. So up next, we can just search vintage Nike shirt, just a plain tangent vintage Nike shirt, sort high to low. And what we're going to see here may be surprising. So this is a Stop Prefontaine shirt. Prefontaine was a famous runner Nike made shoes for. And this shirt here is Nike adjacent, but this shirt is actually going to be on a different tag. And we have to get to the point where we know what the tags are before we even click on the shirt. This is going to be on a Russell Athletic tag. And this one is very, very, very old, Russell Athletic. And we can go back to Google and we can type in all Russell Athletic tags, and it will show us the age and kind of how the Russell Athletic tags changed throughout the years. This one right here, Nike shirt. This one right here, another Prefontaine shirt. Here's the geisha shirt, and we need to be able to tell from this picture from a mile away that this is on the pinwheel tag. So here's the pinwheel tag. And again, that could be another tangent. Vintage Nike pinwheel logo. Now, they do remake this logo every now and then, but the original Nike pinwheel stuff, go ahead and search for it. Sells for a tremendous amount of money and sells great. So as we scroll down, we see another geisha shirt. And right here, we have to be able to tell what tag it is. This is going to be a Screen Stars tag. Again, Screen Stars tag. And this one is from the early 80s. And what this shirt is, this is a Nike shirt that they made for some sort of marathon or run before they actually had their own Nike apparel. So this one right here, Screen Tag shirt, Nike shirt, worth a tremendous amount of money. Speaking of stuff that we're actually looking for inside of brands that actually does sell, if you do a generic search of Nike shirt, there's over 180,000 items. And we can see new with tags 93,000, pre-owned 166. And then we're going to see 63,000 have sold. So roughly 1/3 of the items sold through. You're probably looking at a year-long sell-through for most Nike items. But if you find the right Nike items, it has a much faster sell-through. So if you go Nike Prefontaine shirt, 125 results, and some of these sell great even present day. So this one here, not that old, mid 2000s, 2005 through 2010, 75 bucks asking. And there's 125 available with 67 sold for great money. So while Nike may be saturated, Nike Prefontaine shirts, not as saturated and actually sell for a good amount of money. Here's a silver Nike tag, $129. This is from, 2000 to 2005. Here is one that has a screen print tag for $84. So subject matter is key and sell through is key when it does come to subject matter. So while Nike may be saturated, you have to look for the nuances inside of Nike that are not saturated, like Prefontaine or Rafael Nadal or Roger Federer. All of those things still sell fine and still sell for good money. One of the original things that we saw when we did the first search for Nike is we saw these Jeff Hamilton jackets. And they did a little bit of keyword spamming to get Jordan, have it show up on the Jordan search. The Jeff Hamilton jackets, if we don't know what that is, we go into eBay and we search Jeff Hamilton, and he makes leather jackets custom made. They're always worth a tremendous amount of money. And you can scroll through here and you can get familiar with the tags. You can get accustomed to it. So that way, when you see this brand, see these items, you pick it up. And I had a friend right after Kobe Bryant died. He had this jacket, which is iconic from a lot of Kobe Bryant photos after he won the championship. And he sold this jacket right after Kobe Bryant died for $25,000 to a collector in Sweden. So if you have the right stuff, there are people that will pay you the right price. And I can go on and on and on and on deep dives about brands, about Nikes, about Jordans. But, on YouTube, we don't have that good of an attention span. So I won't bore you and I'll save you. But what we're looking for, again, is we're looking to search anything that we want, and we're going to go through and we're going to look for these indicators and these reoccurrences. And that is what we are going to search for in new searches and familiarize ourselves with tags, with the reoccurrences, with what is sought after and what people are looking for. So if you are interested in learning these type of things, we do have a lot of information in the Facebook group. We have tens of thousands of hours of recorded calls, as well as 20 live calls every single week with experts in every single niche, beginner section, toys, antiques, book club, shoe sellers, clothing call, jewelry, car parts, media, YouTube and social media, a jeans call, whatnot, Poshmark call, an Amazon online arbitrage call, sports card, UK, Australia. Chris does a morning call every single day, and I do a call on Tuesday. They range anywhere from 3, 4, all the way up to 12 hours. If you guys have questions, I have answers, and I'm happy to answer any question that you guys have. So if you guys want to see any other deep dives, post down below, and I'm happy to make them for you. And I hope somebody out there can find a great item
that they found from this deep dive or studying a tangent from this deep dive. And if you do, please tag me or send me a message, because I love to see people gain an education and I love to see people win. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Be great.